Welcome back. Now we're gonna go see the personnel officer at the Order of the Twin Adder and officially join the Grand Company. You are come to the Adder's Nest, headquarters of the Order of the Twin Adder. Ever do we welcome they who would toil in the elemental's name for the good of our forest nation. My name is Asuka Hassenpfeffer. I believe you've been expecting me. Ah, the great adventurer herself. Yes, our recruitment officer, sent word that you were on your way. It is a pleasure and an honor both to welcome you to our ranks, friend. Now let me gather together the relevant documentation. Sir! What is it? Report. An urgent message from Amarisse's Spire. That is quite a name. A Highwind Skyways airship has taken fire from Imperial forces in the skies over the East Shroud. The vessel's engines were crippled, sir, and it was forced to make an emergency landing southeast of Nine Ivies. Nine Ivies? Gods, this could not have come at a worse time. All but a handful of our forces are presently afield dealing with the Ixo. Asuka, I know full well you have yet to be formally inducted into our ranks, but we have urgent need of your aid. In all likelihood, the airship was bearing civilians, and if the reports are accurate, it will have come down dangerously close to Garlean-occupied territory. Please make all haste to the area southeast of Nine Ivies, locate the airship, and ascertain the status of the passengers. Okay. There it is. This is a big cat. An adventurer? What are you doing out here? No, wait, let's find some cover first. That's not what he actually sounds like, but I can't really remember off the top of my head exactly what he sounds like. The Adder's Nest sent you? How do I know you're not an Imperial spy? You don't even have a uniform. Peace, friend. We mean you no harm. You are an engineer of Garland Ironworks, are you not? We were alerted to your plight and have come to rescue you. And you are Asuka Hassenpfeffer, I presume. I was told to expect an honorary serpent. My thanks for your aid, friend. I've never seen a craft of this design. It must be Garland's work. Is there no end to the man's treachery? The secrets of Magitech belong in Imperial hands. They are not to be squandered on Eorzean savages. We are taking this craft back to the fortress. Dismantle it if you must, and bring the engineer. Someone must pay for Garland's crimes. Imperial scouts from Castromorians. They mean to requisition the ship. Wedge, we have to help him. That fool of a Lalafell was hiding inside the tiny Bronco. The tiny Bronco? But isn't that the Ironworks' latest creation? It's the first airship we built since the Calamity. The first since Master Garland. Well, since he went missing. After years of work, she was finally ready for her first test flight. And she was soaring, she really was, till those bastards blasted her out of the sky. Attend me all. The Ironworks' latest creation must not fall into Garlean hands. We shall strike them swift and sure and rescue Engineer Wedge. Asuka, I trust we can rely on your support. Yes. May the matron watch over us. With me. An ambush! 2 arms! Big one. Biggs! Wedge, you shouldn't have stayed in the ship. That was a close one. Too damn close. So, how's she look anyway? The auxiliary propeller is a dead loss, but I think we can wring enough thrust from the main propeller to get us airborne. A few minor modifications, and we should be able to fly the tiny Bronco home. While you do your work, we shall keep watch over the perimeter. The enemy may yet be lurking nearby. As for you, Asuka, you have more than done your part today. I bid you return to the Adder's Nest and complete your enlistment. I pray there will be no further interruptions. When next we meet, let it be as fellow serpents of the Order. I, just wanted to say sorry, for calling you an Imperial spy and all that. Got that one wrong, didn't I? Ha! Seriously, though, if it hadn't been for you and the twin Adder lads there, we'd be chained up in a dungeon by now. I'm in your debt, friend. We both are. Wedge. Thank you. We are very grateful. Now that interruption is out of the way, we'll go finish joining. Asuka, it does my spirit well to see you return. Word arrived but moments ago from the team at Nine Ivies. Lest you worry, the 2 engineers are safely on their way. The lieutenant informs me that you were instrumental in the mission's success. Had you not found Engineer Biggs when you did, and helped us to rout the Garleans, things might have been very different. And all this before you were even inducted into the Order. You are well on your way to carving out a fine career for yourself beneath the Twin Adder standard. Without further ado, let us see to your induction. 12 willing, there won't be any further interruptions. Protocol requires that I apprise you of who we are and what we do, after which I will invite you to swear an oath of your own free will. The Order of the Twin Adder is the Grand Company of Gridania. It brings together the martial, economic, and technological resources of our nation, that we might stand strong in times of direst adversity. I don't know why I had trouble saying that. When our very survival hangs in the balance. Our order was formed in the days before the calamity, in readiness to fight the Garlean Empire, and to combat the beast tribes and their primals. Needless to say, our struggle continues to this day. Elder Seed Seer Kane Senna is the supreme commander of our forces. Under her wise leadership, we protect the people of Gridania and the sanctity of the Twelveswood. As the entwined serpents that grace our standard, let Forestborn strive as one with friends from afar to ensure that peace shall ever reign in Gridania. In so doing, we honor the will of the elementals, and theirs is the will of the wood. Now then, Asuka Hassenpfeffer, I ask that you give unto us your oath of allegiance in whatever fashion you see fit. Wood's will be done. So you know the words of our grand company. That is well. Bound by this common belief, let us strive to preserve all that is good in this great nation. By the power vested in me, I assign you the rank of Serpent Private 3rd Class. You are now a woman of the Order of the Twin Adder. Go forth, Private Hassenpfeffer, and do that which brings peace to the Twelveswood and honor to our name. It's actually Captain, but okay. Can you hear me, Asuka? This is Minfilia. An officer of the Order of the Twin Adder contacted me with news of your enlistment. My congratulations, Private Hassenpfeffer. I have no doubt that you are eager to make the acquaintance of your new comrades, but I would ask that you pay a visit to your old ones first. Remember, though you are now a serpent of Gridania, you are no less a scion. Pray return to the Waking Sands at your earliest convenience. There are some friends here whom I would very much like you to meet. We shall be waiting. The distant call of a friend in need, perhaps? As you are needed elsewhere, I shall not keep you any longer. I would, however, suggest speaking with High Serpent Commander Vorsail Hayul, French name, before you depart. He may provide you with assistance on the journey ahead. Basically, this just unlocked the ability for me to start the quest that gives me a chocobo. Which I won't have to do, since, you know, I already have the chocobo. Alright. Back to the Waking Sands. Hi, Tataru. Let me in, please. Welcome back. It seems you wasted no time putting your skills to work. How do I know? Why, the recruitment officer called to regale me with the tale of your heroics. The pride in his voice was palpable. We Scions are truly fortunate to have you with us, Asuka. Now, when last we spoke, I said that I wanted you to meet some friends, did I not? Well, I neglected to mention that you have already met. Tataru, please show them in. This way, sirs! Thanks again for getting us out of that mess. We owe you our lives. But I don't think we've properly introduced ourselves. I'm Biggs. And I'm... Gods, man, spit it out, will you? Wedge, at your service! So, Wedge is always super nervous around Tataru because he has a huge crush on her. I am pleased to say that Biggs and Wedge will be staying with us for a while. Magitech-driven contraptions such as airships grow ever more vital to the city-states of Eorzea. As a neutral party, it was judged that we Scions should serve as the keepers of this technology. Of course, for this we needed the knowledge of experts, so we requested the assistance of Garland Ironworks, who very kindly sent us 2 of their finest engineers. Our happy family continues to grow. On behalf of the Scions, I bid you welcome to the Waking Sands. Like every soul here, I love Eorzea, and I count myself blessed to have been given this chance to stand with you all and fight for the future of the realm. Never have I felt such fulfillment, such happiness. What's the next quest?
Now, having set aside the formalities, we have a favor to ask of you. Urianger, have the documents arrived from the students of Baldessian?
Aye, my lady. They arrived but recently.
We have conducted a study at the behest of the Order of the Twin Adder. Papalimo, Ida, a synopsis if you would.
Our task was to survey the behavior of the Sylphs, a beast tribe indigenous to the Twelveswood.
Oh, how to describe them. They look like gisselcreens, floating ones, that worship the primal Ramu.
Ahem. Though technically a beast tribe, Sylphs are blessed with a comparatively personable demeanor, conducive to peaceful communication.
Offering us an invaluable opportunity to learn what the beast tribes know of the primals.
While Ramu's existence is well documented, the Sylphs do not, or perhaps cannot, summon the primal any longer, insofar as can be ascertained. Until such time as we know, it would be unwise to assume that the threat posed by the primal has passed.
Which leaves Gridania with the added worry of not knowing what they should be worrying about.
In that regard, they are hardly alone. What we can say with absolute certainty is that Gridania has its hands full fending off Garuda, who, I need hardly remind you, is among the most savage and terrible of all known primals.
In short, it is essential that we approach the Sylphs in as diplomatic a manner as possible. Words and actions can be misconstrued, The only sure way to communicate our intentions is the echo. Winning the Sylph's favor may well bring us a step closer to mitigating the threat of the primals. Will you help us? I am grateful.
Lovely. Well, as much as I'd like to help, I'm afraid I would be of little use to anyone in Gridania. A veritable babe in the woods. Ida and Papalimo, however, should be able to see the forest for the trees. Is that not so, Minfilia?
Indeed. You are willing?
Leave it to me.
Us, Ida, us!
Back to Gridania we go. To the Adder's Nest, the place we just left. Ooh, it's nighttime. We know far too little of the Sylphs to lay any worthwhile plans. We must call upon the Scions once more if we are to... beg pardons. 'Tis a terrible habit of mine to think aloud. But tell me, what brings you to the Adder's Nest? The thing you were just talking about. Well, if it isn't Captain Hassenpfeffer. Hey, he got my rank right. Reporting for duty. That's the zeal I like to see from an enterprising young servant. Good evening, Commander. Sorry to disappoint you, but other business brings us here today. Ida and Papalimo, always a pleasure to see the two of you. My men tell me you quest in the name of the Scions of late. Quite so, Commander. A little bird told us that the Twin Adder was in need of our adventuring prowess. Aye, your little bird sings true, but no doubt you've heard that we're investigating the Sylphs, that curious beast tribe that calls the depths of the Twelveswood home. The Sylphs are, for the most part, a peaceable bunch, much to the delight of the Elder Seedseer, who has no desire to see her people embroiled in yet another fruitless war. The Twin Adder is of the same mind, and 'tis precisely for this reason that the Sylph's relation to the primal Ramu has raised a flag of warning amongst our ranks. Friendly as they may appear, the Beastmen will be Beastmen. Should there be even a sliver of a chance that the summoning of the primal might disturb the balance between Gridania and the Sylphic tribes, it is a possibility we cannot ignore. Better to be safe than sorry indeed. Do we strike at Ramu, or leave the Sylphs to their own ways? That is the question, yet I find myself lacking ample knowledge to arrive at an answer. Opinions abound within Gridania, but to listen only to one's own is among the greatest mistakes a commander can make. I would hear from the other side, the Sylphs themselves, and seek an impartial party to serve as my liaison. That is where you Scions come in. The Sylphs of Little Solace remain untempered, and have held many a productive dialogue with our people. I would hear their candid thoughts on the tempered brethren. That said, I urge you to exercise due caution. Sylphic tradition and etiquette bear little resemblance to our own. It would not do to have any cross-cultural faux pas get in the way of a productive parley. En route to Little Solace, you will come upon the Hawthorn Hut. Our officer stationed there can enlighten you as to how to win the Sylph's favor. May your expedition be a worthwhile one. A friendly palaver with the Sylphs. This should be a pleasant enough diversion. The Hawthorn Hut, was it? Why, I believe the ferry departing from West Shore Pier should take us there straight away. Take us straight there. Wow, I can't read today. A friendly palaver indeed. I hope this will be as straightforward as you say, Papalimo. It's gonna make me go to the ferry instead of just teleporting there. Alright, fine. Aye, the ferry docked at the base of this hill will carry you across the lake to East Shroud. Once you're ashore, head due east and you should find the Hawthorne Hut without much trouble. Now I can just teleport there. You in the... Indeed, I am Amalane of the Twin Adder. I understand you're here to learn of the Sylphs, yes? For all their whimsy, they are a wary lot, particularly since the Empire has come to the Shroud. Earn their trust, however, and they're as friendly as any folk. They have their quirks, but so do we all, no? Would you know more? You'd do well to speak to the master of this hut, Rolf. He's forgotten more about the Sylphs than I'll ever know. Alright, I'll talk to Rolf. Come to learn a thing or two about the Sylphs, have you? I'll tell you one thing, they're a peculiar folk. How peculiar, you ask? Well, just let me tell you. Beg pardon, friend, my memory's just not what it used to be. I've seen much and more in my adventuring days, and it's all a cluster in my noggin now. Though I've shared my stories with those around the hut before, you might have more luck with them. Well, you're useless. The Sylphs? Yes, father told me his stories plenty of times. What I've always found most captivating is how their concept of etiquette is almost completely alien to our own. You'd do best not to underestimate them on account of their childlike looks, lest your face end up a mess of glyphs, squiggles, and chocobo scratches. Tee-hee! That was a rough sentence for me. The quickest way to equip a woman's heart might be through her stomach, but don't even think of trying to foist your foodstuffs on a sylph. They sustain themselves simply by bathing in the sun, or so Rolf once told me. And you? The Sylphs? Inveterate tricksters and troublemakers. That's what they are. One day they're drawing marble faces on our masks, the next they're sending our young sentries falling to the bottom of a ravine. Tell them to stop and they just laugh at you. Rolf claims they harbor no ill will, but I dare say such pranks are no laughing matter. Alright. Oh, of course. Hearing your stories, well, my stories, has brought my memories flooding back to me. Convenient. I feel like dancing. What? You're gonna do it, huh? Yes, nothing brings people together quite like a little toe tapping. A sylph told me long ago that dancing is a time-honored greeting among their kind. You'd do well to remember this. It just may help win the favor of our forest friends. Oh, still here, eh? Great. There's one more thing you should know about the sylphs. They don't take kindly to guests who show up empty-handed. To earn their trust, you do well to bring along drat! What was it again? My wife Rosa and I were just speaking of the matter not 2 days ago. Forgive me, friend. Speak to Rosa at the comb. Her memory should prove more reliable than mine own. Alright, I'll go talk to your wife. A peace offering for the sylphs? Were it anyone else, I'd recommend a jar of honey, but I fear that wouldn't get you past their front doorstep, dear. No, their tastes run more to the unusual. Are you perchance familiar with milk root? That's what we call the root of the most fiendish seedkin, the ochu. When chewed, it exudes a cloudy liquid that's said to induce curious visions in the imbiber. You'd not catch me dead trying the stuff, but the sylphs seem to enjoy it to no end. I've not seen an ochu around the comb in quite some time, but I did encounter a suspicious clump of grass the other day. Were you to stimulate it somehow, with some of this amber syrup, for example, you might be surprised what comes out. Good luck. Alright, I'll go stimulate your bush. I'm sorry. Oh look, a convenient ochu. Ah, you're back. Was my wife able to direct you to a suitable offering? Yes. Milk root, but of course. Those sylphs quaff that cloudy stuff as quick as I do a flagon of mead. The effect's just about the same as well. Any road, a gift of milk root will have the sylphs calling you friend and sister the moment they lay eyes on it. Now, let me wrap it up for you. I'm starting to feel a bit woozy. Maybe you should drink less, Rolf. If you can't remember things or stand up for more than half a second. I've taken the liberty of wrapping your milk root well and good. This should keep it nice and fresh, not to mention spare you from the god's awful stench. Thanks. The sylphs love the stuff, but me, I'd rather bury my nose in chocobo dung. I dare say the reek even rivals the breath of the morbol that put an end to my adventuring days. But I can tell you that story another time. You've more important matters to attend to today, yes? The sylphs are an eccentric bunch, but I've shared their company enough to know they're kind at heart. They'll not shun one whose intentions are true. May your parley be a fruitful one, friend. And do stop by on your return. There's a flagon of full flower mead with your name on it, if you'd regale me with your adventuring tales. Ah, and before I forget, don't go traipsing off just yet. Ameline here would have a word with you. Travel in safety, friend, and do pass along my regards to the winged ones. Alright, Ameline. It's good to see your knowledge of Sylphic culture has matured. I see no reason to delay your mission any further. Upon your arrival at Little Solace, seek out a young sylph by the name of Camuxio. He has served as an intermediary between our peoples on many an occasion, and has the close ear of his tribe's elder. I see that Hawthorne has furnished you with some of that malodorous root the sylphs so adore. I have something of far greater import for you to deliver, a missive from the elder seed seer herself. To summarize the letter's contents in brief, it vouches for the integrity of our envoy, that would be you, and restates Gridania's desire to maintain a harmonious relationship with our long-standing friends of the forest. The war with the exile has taken a toll on our resources. We can ill afford to get mired in another conflict. I need not impress upon you any further the importance of this mission. May the 12 see you return with good tidings. May they indeed. Walking One is not familiar to this one. This one does not trust strange walking ones. Strange dancing ones might be a different story, but this one expects no such thing. Walking One should go home and leave this one be. Alright, I'll dance. This one would welcome Walking One who moves like these ones. If Walking One would talk to this one will answer. This one is a busy one, so Walking One should speak with quick tongue. Walking One would bring gift to this one. Walking One is most kind. Walking One brings milk root. Milk root fills this one with great joy. This one gives thanks, gives many, many thanks. Walking One carries message for Elder One. This one will deliver the message to Elder One. Walking One should not worry. Hello there. We're envoys from Gridania, and we're here to treat with your people. Aye, we come to pay our respects to your elder, and to learn from him more of your Lord Ramu. Who are these ones? These Walking Ones come from Gridania? Walking One became a dancing one and brought milk root, but Walking One tricks this one. This one does not like tricks. This one will speak no more. Elder One is busy. Walking Ones should go home. Go home, you say? But the sylphs of Little Solace have always welcomed Gridanian envoys with open wings. The letter carried by Asuka here is an oath of peace penned by the elder seed seer herself. Still you would refuse us? This one's reason are no business of Walking Ones. Elder One has no words for Gridania. Walking Ones waste everyone's time. Well, I never. Turned away at the gates. Whatever did we do to deserve such a rude welcome? Was Asuka's jig insufficiently jiggy? I'm as baffled as you. But something tells me recent events have our erstwhile fluttery friends feeling uncommonly wary. It would seem we've no choice but to ask around and see how we might earn their trust. Oh, right there. Say, Asuka, are you in the mood for dancing? That's right, dancing! We went through all that trouble to learn the sylph's traditional greeting, but you've greeted hardly any of them. Why, if I were a sylph, I'd be beside myself with delight to see an adventurer expressing an interest in my culture. Me? Of course I'd be happy to join. Ow! Ow! Ah, there goes those bloody leg cramps of mine, acting up again. Nice. You. Ooh, Walking One knows Jolly Dance. Jolly Dance fills this one with good cheer. Let these two be friends. Yeah. And you? Walking One would be a friend to these ones. This one is overjoyed, but this one keeps the ways of weaving a secret. Even if Walking One learned the secret, Walking One could not weave in the same way. Oh, that's right. Can't talk, have to dance. Ah, Walking One is a friend to these ones. Friendly like gracious Elder One of Forest City. Knows how to dance into these ones' hearts. Yep. Asuka, would you like to hear the good news or the better news? The good news is that your lovely dancing, has brought smiles and high spirits to all of Little Solace. The better news? Why, I've thoroughly recovered from those accursed leg cramps. Onward to our next adventure. Watching you. Asuka, as an adventurer, you're no stranger to helping distressed folk, I'd wager. Tales of good deeds are quick to spread, and the adventurer comes to the aid of the local populace can go from stranger to hero or knight. No doubt you see what I'm getting at. The sylphs who make their home in Little Solace do so, having been driven from their woodland home. Surely they have their fair share of troubles. Seek out troubled sylphs, and see what might be done to ease their worries. A sound plan, would you not say? That said, the sylphs are not known to share their worries with outsiders. You would be better off inquiring with Hearer Emetia of the Gridanians who reside here. She is most like to be privy to the sylphs' troubles. Okay. Praise be to the elementals. I cannot express how happy I am to see an adventurer with a truly gentle heart. The sylphs of Little Solace are sorely in need of aid. Pray hear me out. Being a temporary settlement, Little Solace wants for amenities, not least a stout set of defenses. Consequently, beasts from realms around are free to wander in and terrorize the hapless residents. The Zizgorlins and Gallnats that roam these parts are especially troublesome, but slaying one of each should serve as a warning to the rest. Furthermore, perhaps you could gather 3 brownie bushes. Brownies grow on bushes? As well. They play an important role in sylphic culture. I do not claim to know the details, and what with such feral beasts prowling the forest, they are not easily come by. When you are done with the deeds, seek out Camuxio. He is slow to warm to outsiders, but your good intentions will not be lost on him. My own experience speaks to this. Alright. There's a Zizgorlin. I aggroed more of them. There's Brownie Bush. Now we just gotta kill a Gallnat. die aggro. Where are they? Dancing One is still here. Dancing One can dance all day. This one's trust is not so easily earned. Dancing One brings brownie bushes for this one. This one can dye thread once more. This one is pleased. Dancing One kills Bitey Buzzy One. This one hates Bitey Buzzy Ones. Dancing One is kind. Too kind. Many walking ones come to these ones' abode, but few are friendly like Dancing One. Perhaps this one was wrong not to trust Dancing One after all. This one asks Dancing One for forgiveness. These ones have many troubles. Since walking ones last came to our abode, this one must be careful, always careful. But Dancing One is not like other walking ones. This one can trust Dancing One. This one would ask Dancing One for help. Strange walking ones with bodies of steel come to the home of these ones. This one thinks steel ones come from Empire. Where Empire goes, many living ones become dead ones. Trees fall and bushes burn. These ones' home is in danger. This one begs of Dancing One to help this one no more. Dancing One is friends with these ones and walking ones, yes? Dancing One must speak to these ones here and walking ones in Hut House and find out more. This one has bad feeling. This one fears steel ones are after something. But this one should speak no more. Go, Dancing One. This one depends on kindness of Dancing One. Ah. Shush, shush, this one says. Steel walking ones are scary, like touched ones. This one hates scary, and scary ones have scary friends. That they do. Strange steel walking ones? Yes, this one has seen. Steel walking ones carry big boxes. Maybe walking ones hunt for shiny treasure. This one likes treasure. Men clad in strange armor? Why, now that you mention it, I did see some suspicious types of late. They were gathering deep in the forest. I simply assumed they were adventurers. Look, we know how plots work. We know it's Imperials. And you didn't recognize their uniforms? Fearsome types, clad head to toe in steel, you say? Imperial soldiers, no doubt. I can't tell you what they're plotting, but I'm sure it's nothing good. Real helpful, guys. This one is happy to see Dancing One return. What did Dancing One learn? This one sees. Steel walking ones come from Empire, carry boxes, and go walking deep, deep through trees. As this one thought, steel walking ones are up to nasty, no good things. This one knows forest well. Steel walking ones try to hide. This one will find them. This one would borrow Dancing One's map. This one makes mark, right here. This is where steel ones hide. This one knows. Dancing One will go looking for steel ones, yes? Yes. Because, to quote Thor, that's what heroes do. Dancing One is back. This one breathes a sigh of relief. This one was worried. Dancing One found something? Dancing One found paper inside a box. This is a message from Empire? This one can read Walking One's symbols. Message paper has names of food and rocks. Food and rocks were inside boxes. This one knows. But this one does not understand. Food and rocks mentioned all come from home of these ones. How do steel walking ones know how to find them? Is there sneaky one hiding behind this one's wings? Snooping one, selling secrets to walking ones? This one fears for this one's home, but Dancing One has helped this one much today. Dancing One must promise to always be friend to these ones. Helpful One arrives at a good time. This one needs Helpful One's help. One of these ones, named Claxio, ventured outside Little Solace alone. Alone is unsafe. Helpful One must find Claxio. Okay. Claxio struck west after leaving the settlement. Hurry before Claxio ends up in the belly of a beastly one. Past it. There you are. What? Walking One wants this one to return to Little Solace. Don't make this one laugh. This one is weary of living with those who are not these ones. This one wants to be alone. These ones rely on Walking Ones for everything. No better than those ones that summoned the Primal One. Small wonder this one chose to leave. This one thought this a likely place to build a home, but then Meddling One arrives, forces this one to go deeper into the forest. Meddling One is forbidden from following this one. Away with Meddling One. Camuxio, I don't think your friend wants to come home. What? Claxio refused to return to these ones, and went deeper into the forest? But this one saw touched ones lurking in the forest. Helpful One must hurry and find Claxio. Helpful One should search for spools of thread on the forest floor. Those things will lead Helpful One to Claxio, but hurry Hurry before touched ones take Claxio away. Okay. There's a spool of thread. Meddling One is back. This one told Meddling One to be gone. Tell Camuxio that this one will never go back. Never! Touched ones should go away too. This one is good one. Everyone should just leave this one alone. Be on guard, Asuka. These sylphs have been tempered, brought under the thrall of the primal Ramu. Akin to the Emulga tempered by Ifrit, these sylphs exist only to serve their deity. They'll not answer to words, only steal. I take no pleasure in this, but it must be done. I'm really inconsistent on Ida's voice, aren't I? Away. Oh, it ran away. All right. This one is safe. This one was so scared. Claxio, this one has been worried. So very worried. Is Claxio unharmed? Still in possession of wits? Camuxio, and Meddling One as well. Why are these two here? These two came to rescue Claxio. That Claxio is safe fills this one with joy. Camuxio, forgive this one. This one did not mean to run away from Little Solace. This one was just afraid. These ones who live at Little Solace were changing, becoming friendly with other ones. This one feared that these ones were forgetting who these ones are, like touched ones did. But this one was wrong. This one can see that now. Meddling, helpful one. This one is grateful. This one will return to Little Solace to be with Camuxio and friendly ones. Well, that should see to that. What say we return to Little Solace as well? I, for one, could do with a nice hot bath. This chocobo can fit 2 people, because I got it when my character got married. This one thought Claxio was lost forever. Helpful one saved Claxio. Now these ones can be family again. This one has known many walking ones, even many kind walking ones, but Helpful One is kindest and strongest of all. Helpful One is a hero to these ones. Helpful One will bring these ones and walking ones closer together. This one knows. This one would take Helpful One to see Elder One. But Elder One is... Elder One is what? This one must ask Kind One's forgiveness. This one made promise to take Kind One to see Elder One, yes? But this one cannot. This one cannot because Elder One is not here. Elder One is not anywhere. Elder One went into forest yesterday but has not come back. This one is worried. Elder One often goes into forest, but never for this long. Kind One will help find Elder One, yes? Near where Elder One disappeared is the home of a walking one named Buscaron. Buscaron may know what happened to Elder One. This one would talk to Buscaron, but walking ones do not always trust these ones. Would Kind One talk to Buscaron for this one? And Kind One comes from Gridania, yes? In Gridania live many Kind Ones, yes? This one begs of Kind One, please go to Gridania and ask fellow Kind Ones for help. And please hurry, these ones are not safe until Elder One returns. Alright, so we'll take care of all of that in the next installment. But for now, we will say goodbye to the Cabbage people.